The book of Joshua. Walls, battles, and a whole lot of courage. If there's ever been a Bible book that feels like an action-packed movie, it's the book of Joshua. It's like watching a mashup of a superhero flick, a war epic, and a trust God no matter what tutorial. There's no slow build-up here. Joshua opens with God telling Joshua to be strong and courageous, then catapults straight into city takeovers, miraculous victories, and a famous moment involving a city's walls doing the equivalent of, well, collapsing like a stack of Jenga blocks. Joshua is stepping into some big sandals here. He's got to follow in Moses' footsteps, lead the Israelites into the promised land, and somehow keep these people from going off the rails again. Let's dive into Joshua's story, complete with all the action, epic battles, and lessons on faith that we could ever ask for. Chapter 1. Joshua gets the pep talk of the century. When the book begins, Moses has just passed away, and Joshua is the new leader of the Israelites. Talk about pressure. Joshua is about to lead the people across the Jordan River into the promised land, but before he does, God gives him a serious pep talk. In Joshua 1 verse 9, God says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." It's like Joshua's getting hyped up before a big game, except instead of playing football, he's leading an entire nation into enemy territory. No pressure, right? God repeats this whole be strong and courageous thing multiple times, so you know it's important. And here's the kicker. God's not just telling Joshua to feel brave in a vague way. He's reminding Joshua that he's going to be with him every step of the way. Think of it as God being Joshua's ultimate teammate, coach, and cheerleader rolled into one. Chapter 2. Spy Games. The original sneak attack. Before they cross the Jordan, Joshua sends 2 spies into the city of Jericho to scope out the land. This is where we meet Rahab, one of the most unexpected heroes of the Bible. Rahab's a prostitute living in Jericho, and when the king's men come looking for the spies, she hides them on her roof, risking her own life to help them out. Now you might be thinking, wait, why is Rahab helping them? Well, Rahab had heard about the mighty works of God, like how he parted the Red Sea for the Israelites, and she's smart enough to realize that Jericho doesn't stand a chance against them. So she makes a deal. Spare my family when you come to take the city, and I'll help you escape. The spies agree, and Rahab ties a scarlet cord in her window as a sign that her house is off limits when the Israelites invade. Rahab's quick thinking not only saves her family, but she also ends up in the genealogy of Jesus. So yeah, Rahab is kind of a big deal. Chapter 3, the Jordan River, parting 2.0. Remember when Moses parted the Red Sea? Well, now it's Joshua's turn to get his own water parting miracle. As the Israelites approach the Jordan River, God tells Joshua to have the priests carry the Ark of the Covenant into the river. The moment their feet touch the water, the river stops flowing and the Israelites walk across on dry ground. This is God's way of saying, hey Joshua, I've got you, just like I had Moses. It's like a divine stamp of approval. And the Israelites are probably thinking, okay, this guy's the real deal. Once they're across, Joshua has 12 men take 12 stones from the riverbed and set them up as a memorial. It's like leaving a "We were here" sign for future generations to remember how God came through for them.
Sorry ahead for this rude interruption. At Modern Testament Talks, we play by the rules. So I thought it might be important to let you know some rules about this program. Rule number 1. Stop, drop, and open up shop. It's important stuff. Rule number 2. Continue watching till the end, because our content is straight cash money. Rule number 3. Join us in Faith Foundations, Bible study, journaling and art activity. We end all episodes with, and the final rule. We ask that you come along and grow your faith with all of us. And now back to the show.
Through for them. Chapter 6, Jericho's walls, the ultimate marching band victory. Now we get to the famous story of the Battle of Jericho, which isn't so much a battle as it is a very strange victory parade. God gives Joshua some instructions that seem odd. Instead of charging at the city with swords blazing, God tells Joshua to have the Israelites march around the city once a day for 6 days. Then on the 7th day, They're supposed to march around it 7 times, blow their trumpets, and shout. That's it. Imagine being one of the soldiers in Jericho, watching this strange parade going around your city walls day after day. You're probably thinking, what are these guys even doing? But here's the thing. On that 7th day, when the trumpets sound and the people shout, the walls of Jericho collapse. No battering rams, no explosives, just one big God-powered shout. It's like when you're playing a video game and you beat the boss with a move so simple you're not even sure how it worked. The Israelites charge in, take the city, and spare Rahab and her family just as promised. The lesson here? God's plans might seem weird sometimes, but they always work. Conquests, battles, and dividing up the land. After Jericho, the Israelites are on a roll, taking city after city in the Promised Land. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. There are some missteps along the way, like when a guy named Achan decides to keep some loot from Jericho for himself, even though God specifically said not to. Spoiler alert, it doesn't end well for Achan or his family. But for the most part, the Israelites follow Joshua's lead, trusting God to help them conquer the land. By the end of the book, the major battles are over. Joshua is dividing up the land among the 12 tribes of Israel. It's like handing out trophies after a long tournament. Only the prizes are entire regions instead of shiny plaques. Chapter 24, Joshua's famous farewell speech. As Joshua gets older, he realizes his time as leader is coming to an end. In Joshua 24, he gathers all the people and gives them a final speech that's part pep talk, part challenge. He reminds them of everything God has done for them, from delivering them out of Egypt to giving them victory in the Promised Land. Then Joshua lays down one of the most famous lines in the Bible. But as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. Joshua 24, verse 15. It's Joshua's way of saying, look, you can choose to follow God or not, but I'm sticking with him. The people promise to serve God, and the book ends on a high note. But as we know from reading the rest of the Bible, staying faithful isn't always easy for the Israelites. Joshua's legacy, though, is one of faith, courage, and unwavering trust in God's promises. So, in conclusion, Joshua, the man who led with courage and faith. The book of Joshua is a testament to what happens when we trust God, even when his plans seem unconventional. Joshua's leadership, faith, and courage brought the Israelites into the Promised Land, fulfilling a promise that had been centuries in the making. Whether it's marching around walls, crossing rivers, or dividing up land, Joshua's story shows us that God's ways are often surprising, but they always lead to victory when we trust him. And like Joshua, we're called to be strong and courageous, knowing that God is with us wherever we go.